Hello everyone. Today I decided when I woke up that I needed to make a sign or a label for my 100 backgrounds. What I'm going to do is I'm currently saving them in here in this uh, drawer. So the label actually will go right in here. And I think this will fit. This is what, about 20 so far. So I'm thinking this should fit the 100 in the long run, hopefully. So, and then that'll just sit out that I can refer back to it if I need like a inspiration or anything like that. So I'm going to use my sign technique on this label. And when I say sign technique, it's a way I make fake metal signs, or like old. Hold on, let me go grab one real quick. We did this last year, and I did a tutorial, a picture tutorial on Instagram because I didn't have YouTube yet. And a lot of people would do it. And in fact, at the end of this video, I'll show you like Michelle, who's on Instagram. If you don't follow her page, she has great stuff she does. She's great aging and distress and rusty techniques. But it's like this. All right, so this is the one I made for the tutorial. And it's just like a faux or fake metal sign. So I'm going to do this with this little tiny label, and I'm hoping it won't be too thick to slide in. So that's my, this was done on a thicker cardboard, and this is just done on like, I think it was like just a thicker paper. It's not really that thick because I do need it to slide in, but I'm going to use the exact same technique that I use on this. So first, what I'm going to do off camera, so that you guys don't have to go through the frustration, is glue these down. They are not glued down. So I need to glue down my lettering, which I just used Tim Holtz letters die cut. So I cut those out and made them fit on the size of the label. So I'm just going to glue these down, and then I'll be right back. All right, so hold on. All right, you know what? That actually wasn't as painful as I thought. It only took me maybe 10 minutes at the most. All I did was I took my glue stick and I just went across, and then I just lightly set the letters down and then straightened them. Some of them are still a little crooked, like the DS here. I can still move it, yeah. But I'm not going to get too particular. I'll just leave it like that. All right, so the next step, let me zoom in a bit. And this will help kind of glue it down also. So the next step, if you're making a sign, no matter what size, and you can also use sticker letters if you don't have a die cut and you want to make a larger sign, you can just put sticker letters on there. Okay, so you have your lettering and your background. Now we're going to just put a thin layer of gesso down. I could probably even skip this step and just use the color paint that I want to use, because I don't want it to get too thick, but I'm just going to take my chance and follow all the steps and hope that I can still fit the sign in that little slot when I'm done. We'll see. If not, I might have to just try to pry open the slots a little bit more to make it fit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or I'll just make another one. Make it thinner. All right. So now we're just going to take some gesso, and hopefully these letters are pretty down that they're not going to move. And I'm just going to put some in the lid. Sorry. Not prepared because I wasn't intending on doing this today. But when the signage came up in my Facebook memories, Michelle's signs came up on my Facebook memories, it was kind of like, oh, see what I mean? It was a sign that I had to do this. A sign, get it? It was a sign that I had to make my signs, or in this case, labels. Now what I'm doing, and the reason I'm doing it like this is because I kind of want to add some texture. I don't want it just to be flat. I am trying to add some texture. And I'm also being careful not to move these letters so they're not glued down all the way. which I thought they were, but they're not. Okay. And I'm kind of pounding them down to kind of glue them down. Okay. So a layer of gesso with some texture, as you see. And you don't need that much texture. I can probably kind of smooth it out a little bit. Because all the texture that's raised is going to pick up ink later when we rub our ink pad across it. So I got to be mindful of that too. I don't want the letters to not stand out. All right, so we'll do that. And let's dry it. And I think I'm going to put a layer of matte medium, and also optional, but I think I'm going to use some of this too. This will also add texture and hopefully make sure my letters don't come off later. I think it looks pretty much like it's glued down, but just in case. All right, let's get some of that on there. Okay. Now, if you're doing this with tiny letters like me, you do want to make sure that the glue is not, or the paint is not built up in between your letters or like inside the O, because you want your letters to be noticeable later. And if you have too much buildup in between or whatever, then it'll probably kind of make the letters not look as crispy clear. All right, so do that. And again, that is optional. I like to use matte medium because I feel like I can clean off any mistakes later. When I have that, I can wipe off any paint. And also over here, I heat it up enough, it'll start blistering. See right there? Which is also a cool effect. Better on a bigger sign than on such a tiny label here. But like I said, we're just going to go with it and see what happens. And hopefully I can still fit it in there. Okay, so now we're going to paint the color that we want our sign. And I kind of want it to, because I'm going to do something different at the end. I'm thinking of adding like a gloss over it to make it look like an enamel sign. Is that what they're called? Porcelain or enamel sign, whatever. So I'm going to go with like an ivory color, and then and black, and then I'm going to make it shiny in the end. All right, so let's paint our color. And here you can use two colors if you want, like two shades. I could actually use the vanilla too. The vanilla is a little bit lighter, or I can even try like a darker. Do I have a darker version of this? I don't think so. Maybe the camel is probably closest, but that's really dark. But you do kind of, if you have two shades, you can make it spotty looking, and that also adds a little bit of interest to your sign. All right, I'm just going to do this, maybe with a little bit of the vanilla. Go a little lighter. All right. The brush. Okay. Oh, some gloppy in there. Get out of there. Now there's two different colors. You do that to make it kind of variations in the color. And again, I'm just trying to clean out in between the letters. I don't want it to be too thick in there. think that's good. And under the O. Out of there. All right, I'll just go with that. I wonder if that's dark enough. Yeah, that's fine. All right, now I'm going to dry this. I realize I should have erased my lines here. You can really see it there. You don't really see it too much under the words except for right there. But I'm not worried about it. But if you're doing it, make sure you erase your pencil lines first. All right, now we're going to take, I'm going to take brown ink pad. And I think I'll go with, no, I'm going to take black first. Black, this one's pretty moist, so I don't know if I want to, you know what, let me clean up some of this paint first. This is why I get chunks in my paint. Is that the right one? Nope, wrong one. I'll have to mix my paint here. It's because I'm always trying to save my paint as much as I can. And you're like, that's just a little blob, but you know what? One day I'm going to be like, I need a little blob of vanilla. It'll be there. Okay. Now we're going to take our ink pad. I'm going to use black first, and then I'm going to use brown. Okay, and my brown, let me get that one out. I don't want to use my other brown because it's really, really wet. I'm scared I'm going to have too much. So I'm going to use this brown after, but I'm going to use the black first. And all you're going to do is get this out, so not all. Is just lightly skim over the top of it. You don't want to press down, okay? And it's hard because this is so small. I'm used to doing it on a larger sign, but so you're just going to kind of skim across, pick up your lettering, and you see how it's going on the edges too. That's okay. It's going to pick up wherever there's kind of a, actually I'm going to hold it. It's hitting the edge first before it hits that G. And you do kind of want it on your edges too. Okay. I need a little bit more up here. All right. That's pretty cool. I'm going to stop there before I ruin it. Dry it. Right, and then I'm going to do the same thing with my brown. I'm hoping the brown makes it look a little bit rusted. Actually, I don't see too much of a difference. Oh, there you go. Around the edges, you can kind of see it, and you'll see it like little pieces in the O. Sorry, probably hard to see, but yeah, the brown will pick up in places too. Always by the front door. Wonder if it's the cat. Hopefully it's the cat and not something else. All right, I think I will stop there. Again, I don't want my words to not show. You see how the brown, and you can do as much or as little as you like. I still have pieces here that would probably pick up some of that. It's just that the paper is kind of curling up, so it's making it kind of hard, but I don't want to overdo it either. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, and then we'll dry it. All right, I think I will put a little bit more brown, maybe around this edge, just to make the edge stand out a little bit more. just because I feel like it's kind of blah. And this looks especially good on a larger sign because it looks like the edges have been rubbed down. The paint's all gone, and you're just left with the metal edge that's kind of rusting. So that's the effect that you'll get. All right, that's good. That's the edges. That one in particular looks pretty good. You can even probably use rusty hinge. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it at this. And then this would be the end of it. But I'm going to try and do a shiny top on it. Let me dry that. And that's why I wasn't using distress oxides either. All right, now I could either use the crackle glaze and then it'll kind of crack. That seems like a cool option. Or do I just want to use like a glaze? I have this gloss varnish. I have triple thick, which I think might be too thick, right? Probably. I don't want it to be too thick, but I do want it to look shiny. I think I'll try this one. What else do I have? That's about it, I think, as far as gloss. All right, I'm just going to try it. I mean, I can always make another one if it messes up, right? I won't let you guys sit through that. I'll just make one and show you, show it to you. All right, actually, let's just, I don't think I have to shake it. Probably better not to. Just kind of some on the lid. Where's my brush? I guess I just brush this on, right? I don't know how to use this. What's it say? Yeah, protection. It doesn't tell you how to do it. All right, well, I'm just going to assume we just brush this on. It's really thin, so let's just brush it on and let it dry. I'm just going to let it dry by itself so it doesn't bubble up. Get all. And there we go. All right. So let's let this air dry, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like inside the drawer. All right, but that's it. All right, but hold on. I'm back. Ain't gonna lie, I'm being impatient, but it feels pretty dry. Maybe a little sticky still in between the letters. The shine is not too bad. It's not too shiny. I'd say a gloss Mod Podge would also work in this step if you want it shiny, which I do like. It does look kind of cool, and it doesn't look like it got too thick. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna, let's darken that edge up a little bit just before I put it into the drawer, just to hide that white. That's going to be peeking out on the top. The sides, not so much, but we'll do those anyway. All right, so there we go. Now, let's put it in our drawer. So let's take out my backgrounds first. And zoom away. Oop, 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 sorry, wrong way. Oops, sorry. All right. There's the direction I want it to go. Okay, so here's my drawer. It's an old metal drawer. And let's put this in. Dun, 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 dun. Oh goodness, did I make it too small? No. please go on the bottom. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Stuck somewhere in here. Why is it stuck? Oh, you know what? I think it's that middle piece. Huh. No, there it goes. Oh, there it goes. Perfect. I love it. Oh my God, the colors, everything looks so great with this. I'm going to take a picture of it because the black and brown actually turned out to look like this color here. Oh my God, I love it. Perfect. All right, so now let me put these back in. So what I'll do is I'm going to use these 100 backgrounds for like reference. If I feel like there's a look, like I'm definitely going to do this one again. If there's a look I like, then I'll refer back to these. And what I did when I was doing my backgrounds is I also write the steps on the back. Just kind of brief, but I know what I'm saying. So, I mean, I could always watch my own videos, but this is just a quick reference. So, yeah, there we go. This will go back onto my shelf, and we'll call it a day. And then I'm going to add some other signs from Michelle, the Facebook memory that I got after this video. So don't log off yet. And then I'm also going to take a picture and put that on the end also. Okay. But thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video, actual live video in real time. And as always, appreciate you here. And now I have another background I have to go work on. All right. Take care, everyone. Tschüss.